Let's delve in back into Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies, and have a good time with it. I hope this is the end of the case, because it feels like it's building up to the last pieces of the case here. So we shall see what occurs. So I was looking at a thing to record the audio tracks separately, and I worked out how to do it on OBS, but Streamlabs OBS doesn't have it. Yeah, it's called The Final Battle. Like, come on, it has to be. As a side thing, it's weird. I can't select multiple audio tracks, which I don't understand why I can't in these settings where I could in normal OBS. But anyway, that is for another time. Let us go. Let us now reconvene. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, the voice for him. I'm having a moment here. Silence. The prosecution has never been more ready. You know, this is the first time we've been at the defense bench together since I debuted. Also, his bandages and everything are off. Now that you mention it, although back then I thought you were more loud than you were reliable. You've really come a long way since then, Apollo. You've grown a lot. Well, there have been some hiccups, but I guess I've done pretty well. He's still got that ego of his, though. Prosecutor Blackwell, with the 7-year mistake now resolved, you can finally take your rightful place. Yes, I guess we can keep the chit-chat for later. But bailiff, please bring in the witness immediately. Even with those handcuffs off, Prosecutor Blackwell seems to be pretty much the same. 7 years of grumpiness doesn't go away so easily, I guess. And you never know, he could have been grumpy before that. Ha 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 ha! Bobby Fulbright here! I heard I was needed on the stand, so here I am. Detective Fulbright. Do you know why you have been called to give testimony? Yep, because there is only one reason why I'd be called. And that is because it's time for justice. In justice, we trust. Objection! You can't fool us with that act anymore. Your justice is nothing but lies. What? Are you questioning the integrity of my sense of justice?
It's okay, but do you realise you are quite...
Yeah.
It probably doesn't matter now, but a bit later it might matter.
Later I'm gonna be too loud for my parents. Yeah, okay. Great. It's part of them being here, I guess. I gotta get really into the voices though. I mean, sure, sometimes I make mistakes, but hey. He's acting exactly the same as always. Tell me about it. He must be feeling awfully confident. Oh, that's the thing though, he doesn't feel fear. Full or bright. If you wish to dispel your suspicions, then let's get to your testimony. Alright, fine. You want me to prove my righteousness? I can certainly do that. I'll try and tone it down. Alright. The embodiment of justice. Ha 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 ha. I'm the very embodiment of justice itself. I won't have you make me into a villain with your far-fetched arguments. And this bit about the escape route is only a theory. You don't have any proof. What we do have is proof that Athena Sykes is the culprit. This lighter with her prints on it. So you're saying the suspicions against you are completely false? And that the defendant is the real culprit? Well, that's right. Mr. Lawyer's escape route is totally circumstantial. He doesn't have any proof that I made a big leap onto a ladder. We don't have proof. You are correct about that. However, you don't have any proof of your claim either. I guess you're right. But you can't define justice with evidence. Who can define it anyway? Justice just is. Of course, Fulbright. Of course you're gonna do that.
Objection!
Don't make me break out a dictionary on you. Please don't throw the book at me. Tell me the Phantom didn't just make me set up a stupid pun for him. Let's try not to lose focus, alright? But my justice is crystal clear. What's not clear are your eyes. Wake up and smell the justice.
Silence!
Enough of your rubbish, Fulbright. If you have even an ounce of justice, then you will answer the court's questions and prove it. Prosecutor Blackwell? Prosecutor Blackwell looks torn. Well, Fulbright was his partner after all. Prosecutor Blackwell is right. The truth will be revealed in the cross-examination. The suspicions against Detective Fulbright are, at this point, only suspicions. As is my duty, I will judge the claims against the detective as impartially as I can. Does anyone have any objections? That's fine, Your Honor. Ha 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 ha! Now ask away and don't hold back. Well, there don't appear to be any objections. Very well, Mr. Wright, please begin your cross-examination. The embodiment of justice. Alright, let's press everything.
Hold it!
Let's do it. The embodiment of justice? Those are just empty words. But they say if you keep saying something, it can eventually become the truth. Isn't that how people make their dreams come true too? By wishing over and over? Alright, let's just move on.
Hold it!
My arguments are hardly far-fetched. There's careful reasoning behind my theory. Yes, well, apparently there's reasoning behind even a tofu burger. But what we have against Miss Sykes, though, is not just her reasoning, but solid evidence. Damn, he actually does sound like he's trying to finger Athena still. Oh, that's bad wording. He's trying to accuse Athena still. And it's called the lighter, with Miss Sykes' fingerprints on it in the victim's blood. Yes, that's true, but wait. Detective Fulbright was the one who brought that evidence to the trial. If you harbour any suspicions, I suggest you ask Fulbright, right, Dunno. Especially about that lighter. He's right. But what exactly should I ask about? The position of the prints, maybe? Please tell the court about the position of the prints on the lighter. Well, they're around the same spot on either side as they would be if you were holding it up. I suppose it was used to light the room. If it was used to light the room, it would be held that way. Could you please add that statement to your testimony? So, if I'm checking the court record here, we don't have positioning of the fingerprints, okay. Yes, Miss Blackwell did mention that she saw a little lighter being held up. Yep, meaning the person Miss Blackwell saw was the owner of the fingerprints. It just strengthens the argument against Miss Sykes. This line of questioning is going to get me anywhere except conviction land. Oh, we got a new name for J-Land here, conviction land. Alright. Should I try asking you something? The number of prints. So, how many prints were found exactly? 3. The thumb, the index finger, and the middle finger of her right hand. Your Honor, this is an important statement. Could we please have it swapped into my testimony? You got it. You beat me to it. Ha ha ha, be it investigating or testifying, speed is the key. 3 prints on the lighter, the thumb, index, and the middle fingers of her right hand. Do we know what hand is Athena's dominant hand? Let's have a look at the evidence again. We have Aura's statement held in their left hand. Yes, there it is. You say the prints were from a right hand, is that correct? Well, that's right, very clear prints. But that just doesn't add up. Huh? What doesn't add up? According to Miss Blackwell, who saw the culprit herself, this person held the lighter in their left hand. Yes, because they had the knife in the right hand. Yeah, they were right-handed. I don't know if we know the handedness of Athena. Oh. So here is the dilemma before us. Why are the prints on the lighter from a right hand instead of a left? Yeah. You're right. It doesn't make sense, does it? Your Honor, this lighter can hardly be called incriminating evidence. The witness's claims don't even hold water. Detective Fulbright, I hope you have a good explanation for this. I just can't understand it. They're definitely right-hand prints. But then, why are they inconsistent with Miss Blackwell's statement? Is it going to be something to do with that holographic screen in the room? I've got it. Well, what have you got, detective? The mirror. The witness must have seen a reflection of the culprit in the mirror. Go on. Miss Blackwell was looking in through the window of boarding lounge 1, wasn't she? I believe so. If you mean the little window in the back and to the right of the room, well, from this angle it's to the right. Well, that's right, and across the room on the opposite wall is a large mirror. I do remember seeing it. So are you saying... So interesting, Fulbright, at least as part of the act, seems to actually be paying attention and remember details of the case in this way. Okay. Yes, the culprit Miss Blackwell saw must have been a reflection of that person in the mirror. I see. In that case, a right and left would appear reversed, wouldn't they? Ha 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 ha. Now you see. That's the logic of pure justice.
Objection!
But your argument is only conjecture. You don't have any proof that what Miss Blackwell saw was a reflection.
Silence!
Right, John. You'd sooner nick yourself than him like that. Put some more muscle in it. Huh? Ha 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 ha. That's right. Ha 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 ha. That's right. Besides, the lighter couldn't have been in the left hand. And why not? Miss Blackwell said she saw an Earth emblem on the lighter, didn't she? The emblem is only on one side of the lighter. You're right, there's no emblem on the other side, which we couldn't tell because we can't examine it in a 3D space. Unlike an earlier Ace Attorney game, yeah, they kind of went all 3D models and then went away from looking at the evidence in 3D. And there's no emblem on the other side. Exactly, as blank and smooth as the judge's fine scalp. If the culprit had held the lighter in their left hand, they would have covered the emblem. Uh-oh. What's more, this is the kind of lighter you flick open with your thumb before lighting. So if the culprit had held it in their left hand with the emblem out and visible, they wouldn't have been able to open it, let alone light it. Hang on there. Flick open with your thumb. But can't you hold a flick lighter in your right hand like this? They flick it open and use their index finger to light it. Couldn't you in your left hand hold it that way facing, flick it with some force of moving the lighter itself rather than your finger, or even use your index finger and your thumb to light it? Well, that's perfectly valid as well. Just as valid as his explanation. But if they had held it in their right hand, they could easily open it and light it. This all means that the culprit was definitely holding the lighter in their right hand. No, come back, my beautiful contradiction. It appears you planted a flower that bears no fruit. Ha 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 ha! See how it withers up before my flower of justice? He's tough. He's managed to discredit almost everything I've proven up to this point. In justice we trust, and now do you see? I'm not this phantom you've been talking about. I mean, are you sure there really is a spy? I bet they're just a figment of your imagination. Oh, it's so sad, so very sad, but I'm afraid Miss Sykes is the culprit.
Hold it!
Detective Fulbright, I believe you said that the emblem is only on one side of the lighter. Are you sure about that? Of course I'm sure. Why don't you take a look for yourself and see? Do you see an Earth emblem on both sides of the lighter? See, that's the problem. We can't look in this case. This is a perfect case of we could check the evidence ourselves if we could look at it in 3D. Ooh. I knew it. You're lying, detective. Pardon me? You mean... Yes, my bracelet reacted to his statement about the emblem. He's definitely hiding something big. And I think if we use my talent, we might be able to figure it out. Justice Dunno, are you to use that cheat of yours again? It's not cheating, Prosecutor Blackwell. Very well. Whether I like it or not, I suppose we should use whatever works right now. Go on. We have prosecuted Blackwell's reluctant blessing, apparently. Okay, Apollo, you're up. I find it kind of weird how just sort of everyone knows about their powers now compared to, yes, he didn't exactly hide it as such, but it wasn't as openly talked about with everyone in the original trilogy of the Phoenix Wright games. Here goes then. Detective Fulbright, could you repeat that last segment one more time? What in the world are you up to? Alright, fine. I'll say it as many times as you like. Listen carefully. The Earth emblem is only on the side that you can see when held in the right hand. Alright then. I should be looking. His glasses, because you can't see them normally in the animation, I reckon it's to do with his eyes then. It's only on the side that you can see when held in the right hand. That is sneaky. It was the you can see part, because we can only see one side of it in the court record. No, he blinked there though. Oh, we can look at his hand. Hang on. Right hand. That would be interesting. Okay. Let's look at it again. What have we got here? No, his hands aren't moving. I thought his hands might be it. Was I right with my first instinct? Maybe. Maybe. Because we don't see his eyes normally. There, his eyes. Right. Yep, I knew it. Aha, I spy a nervous tick. A tick? Maybe I should just squash it then. That's not the kind of tick I had in mind. Could you please repeat your statement? I'll say it as many times as you like. Listen carefully. Oh, you can see his eyes in this. Maybe it was just... The Earth emblem is only on the side that you can see when held in the right hand. Oh. That was the fail version. Okay, so it's not his eyes. I'll just have to play this slowly. I did the right hand before. But maybe that's not right. Maybe it's the left hand. Because it's a further thing if the Phantom is left-handed or right-handed. What about his tie then? That's something that could move. This is tricky to see it. There. It is his left hand.
Gotcha.
Oh no, I didn't catch the right moment. Dang it. It was his left hand, his thumb rubbed.
Gotcha.
There. Detective Fulbright, you might not be aware of it yourself, but whenever you say the phrase the Earth emblem, your left thumb moves. In fact, it appears as though you're running it along the edge of your holster. Well, Mr. Lawyer, I don't have the foggiest notion of what you're talking about. Be that as it may, I know it has something to do with the lighter. Let me examine it. But why? You're not making any sense. You can't just...
Silence.
Be still and do as you're told, Fulbright. If you have nothing to hide, you shouldn't mind them having a look-see, should you? What? Not you too, Professor Prosecutor Blackwell? Why do I keep saying Professor? I'm not sure what this is all about, but if Prosecutor Blackwell insists, it must be something important. I will allow the defense to examine the lighter. Good, now maybe we'll learn something new. I hope so. Now, let's check every inch of this thing. Now we get the 3D look. Okay, so this is the Earth emblem Detective Fulbright was talking about. See anything noteworthy? Huh? Hey, look at this! The emblem's actually some kind of button. The gun! Wow, it transformed into something. A handle, a trigger. Is this what I think it is? The murder weapon was disguised as a lighter? There's no question, it seems. So what you have there is a gun. A what? A gun. So that's it. Your Honor, please recall this morning's trial when Director Cosmos was on the sand. The bullet that hit the oxygen tank was extremely small, maybe .10 caliber, .1 caliber, however that works, 10 caliber or whatnot. This little compact gun probably takes bullets of that caliber. It looks like this is the gun that was fired at the scene. I'm flabbergasted, the lighter was a gun? So when Detective Fulbright would touch his holster, that's right. Whenever he mentioned the Earth emblem, he must have subconsciously thought about the secret behind the lighter. In other words, he knew it was a gun from the very beginning. Yeah, this is the part where his eyes are hidden I was thinking of. A lighter that transforms into a gun seems like a spy gadget to me. It's not the kind of thing any ordinary person can get their hands on. In fact, I'd say strictly in the domain of elite spies. Well, apparently only they get the gadgets instead of normal spies. So normal spies don't get anything good, apparently. Detective Fulbright, you will explain yourself. Ha 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 ha! There's nothing for me to explain. I didn't know the lighter could transform. I mean, it was found in the Space Museum, and then I brought it straight in. I didn't even have time to check it out.
Objection!
Whenever you mention the Earth emblem, you touch your holster. You subconsciously did that because you knew it was a gun. Accuse me all you want, but where is your proof? Do you have any evidence that I knew the lighter was a gun? Not exactly. And whose prints were on it? Miss Sykes's prints. It proves that she's the culprit who fired the gun at the scene. It would appear that the detective is right. Are you guys really trying to prove your client innocent, or what? Although it pains me to do this, now that we are where we are, I have to make the following assertions coming from the prosecution's side. The person who fired the gun at Director Cosmos in the lounge after the incident, and the person Miss Blackwell saw holding the lighter, and the person who murdered Mr. Terran, and the person who bombed the Space Center, are all the defendant, Athena Sykes, and the prints on the lighter are decisive proof. No! Ha ha ha! Now do you see? A man on the side of justice couldn't possibly be the culprit. And I think this about sums up Miss Sykes' part in the whole affair. The evidence certainly does seem to point to the defendant's guilt. Do you have anything to say, Prosecutor Blackwell? Evidence is everything in court. Therefore, Fulbright's claims stand firm. But, calm down, Apollo. He's just saying that because he has to, as a prosecutor. Mr. Lawyer, our job is to pursue criminals in the name of justice. You shouldn't cast suspicion on people based on something as dubious as a habit. In fact, you have a bad habit of showing up in court with an awful case of bedhead.
Objection!
Says the man who wears sunglasses at night. If it's proof you want, it's proof you'll get. I'll prove that this lighter is not Miss Sykes's, but yours. Sounds like you've hit on something, Apollo. It's just if the prints on the lighter are the basis for accusing Athena, I think we should reconsider the credibility of the evidence itself. You mean you think this lighter might be forged evidence? That's right, it could all be part of Fulbright's bigger plot. Did he do anything out of the ordinary while I was off on my own? I can definitely think of a few things. It is indeed. Have a look at this. What's this? A lighter? Detective, we'd like to run a comparison on some prints we found in the boarding lounge. Ah, yes, I just happen to have compiled the print data of everyone related to this case. I can always make another copy for myself, so it's all yours. Consider it a gift. If we assume he's been laying a big trap for us all along, there's got to be something off about this piece of evidence. What's wrong with the lighter as a piece of evidence? Okay. How the prints were left on it. Oh, I guess I don't see anything strange about how the prints were left on the light, and nothing unusual about the angle of the prints or how they're patchy in places, but... Okay, I thought that was the most likely, but I guess we do that. How the prints were left on it would be it. Okay, maybe that's the one I just picked. It was the one where the prints are on it. That's what I was thinking of. Like, yeah. Anything odd about where the prints are? No, I guess if it was fired as a gun, that's about where the prints would be, but there's got to be something off about it. Okay, the owner of the prints. Are they really Athena's fingerprints? I didn't know they were going that obvious with it. They definitely matched her print data. What about the data itself? Detective Fulbright, you were the one who provided us with the lighter and print data. Isn't that correct? Yes. What about it? You say Miss Sykes' prints match the print data. But I have to wonder, was the data you used official? That is it. But Mr. Wright, are you suggesting that the evidence might have been fabricated? I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's re-examine the prints, using the official sanctioned print data of the people involved in this case. What? You dare insult the epitome of justice and integrity? There's no need for such antics.
Silence.
Your Honor, I lend my voice to the defense's request. We must allow the test to be rerun. Very well then, brief. It appears that the official data is here. And the results? It's just as the defense claims. This proves that the prints on the lighter do not belong to the defendant. Yes. The fingerprints actually belong to the victim, Mr. Clay Terrell. Those were Clay's fingerprints on the lighter. I see. Come to think of it. Wasn't it you, Fulbright, who collected the victim's prints? I personally removed his glove during the investigation. We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity after all. When you took the deceased's fingerprints, you could have easily planted his prints on the lighter with his blood. After which you wiped the blood off his hand. By your own admission, you were also the one who compiled the phony print data. I would have put the blame on Miss Sykes. Yeah, he's in a tough spot now. Get him. It's okay. This ploy must have been to distract us from the Phantom who was behind everything. You were out to create the impression that the Phantom wasn't the true culprit. So does this mean Detective Fulbright really is the Phantom? Remember the killer's escape route. No ordinary person would have been fearless enough to attempt it. Nobody but the Phantom, the man with no emotions, could have done it. Well, clearly he has emotions. This is the bit I'm not getting right now. Is this all an Act 2 then? Detective Fulbright, you're the only one who could have used that escape route. Fulbright, are you really the Phantom? Answer me, or so help me, I will slice you to tiny slivers where you stand. Alright, I'll talk. I confess. I'm not the Phantom.
Silence.
It's all over. Now be a man and admit it already. But I'm not a spy. I'm an undercover investigator. I've actually been after the Phantom myself. What? An undercover investigator? That sounds less than wholesome to me. A person who hides his identity and secretly investigates in order to uncover information. And that's what you really are, Fulbright. Well, that's right, I was working to track down the Phantom, but sadly, even though I was supposed to catch the spy ended up catching me. He took my family hostage and forced me to cooperate with him. Oh boy, it goes deeper. Oh man, how many layers is this gonna have? Oh, I've dropped some frames. I should limit these uploads. Whoops, I forgot to. Just go, that should be enough. 0.6%, but still, it's something. Alright. What?
Objection!
You're telling us this now? But if what you say is true, then who was the mystery person Miss Blackwell and Mr. Starbucks saw? It was the Phantom, I tell you! All I did was help him by having that emergency ladder lowered for him.
Objection!
I don't believe you. And how do you explain the fabricated lighter? Well, that was also one of the Phantom's demands. Being the detective in charge of the case, it was easy for me to fabricate evidence. Pinning the crime on Athena Sykes was just another one of the Phantom's orders. Ooh. So that came from the Phantom. And you expect me to buy that? Fulbright. What was the Phantom's ultimate objective? I was told it was to sabotage the rocket launch. Someone who didn't want the launch to happen must have given him the order. Actually, I have to apologize to you too. The Phantom told me to get close to you. He ordered me to get back that psych profile you have on him. So he sent a buzzard of his own to tell me this past year, did he? I haven't been a champion of justice. I've just been a pawn of evil. A pawn of the Phantom. He stole the moon rock and killed Dr. Sykes 7 years ago. What? Wait, he did that? That's a huge confession. Enough, Fulbright. Just tell us the Phantom's true identity. I don't know. He was very careful to hide it. He has top secret information for all kinds of corporations and countries. So there's a number of organizations that want him dead. Well, if people believed I was the Phantom, I could be killed on the spot. Why, I bet even now. There are assassins lurking nearby. This case is about the Phantom after all. With the ceiling blown off, I suppose you are vulnerable to a sniper's shot in this courtroom. Just 2 seconds ago, Fulbright was treating Athena like a criminal. Does he really think he's going to lie his way out of it now? But on the surface, everything does seem to make sense. This could be bad, Mr. Wright, if we can't find a flaw in his logic. He's right, after we've come all this way, we can't let Fulbright wriggle free now. There, I finally told the truth. Now I hope you see how foolish it was to think I was the Phantom. Oh, he's gone serious. You're an intelligent man, Prosecutor Blackwell. You believe me, alright. I believe you. I don't think you're the Phantom. What? How can you say that, Prosecutor Blackwell? It's obvious he's a Phantom.
Silence!
Evidence is everything, right, Donald. And you must admit there's no clear evidence that Fulbright is the Phantom. Yeah. Hey, hamster. I gotta get up early tomorrow, so this is gonna be a shorter stream, but hopefully we'll finish this case in this stream. I'm on the fence at the moment with what to think of Fulbright. Oh, well, I'm glad you could join in for how long you can. Yes. As I recall, the only solid proof we've seen up to this point is the fact that Detective Fulbright fabricated evidence. But, well, he's not going to be a detective any longer. I've known Fulbright here for a year now, and all this time he's been quite intent on rehabilitating me. I don't believe his efforts were a lie. But Prosecutor Blackwell, this fool truly thought he could reform a death row inmate like me. He went so out of his way in his efforts for me, he actually became quite a nuisance, really. Prosecutor Blackwell, you believe me! Please tell me Prosecutor Blackwell hasn't really been taken in by this big phony. However, even if it was against your will, you still acted as a Phantom's accomplice. You will have to pay the price for that. Throw yourself at my mercy, and don't you ever betray me again. Have you got that? Did he completely miss the part where Fulbright admitted to killing Dr. Sykes? Does it go back that far, the history? Yeah, a pawn of the Phantom who stole the moon rock and killed Dr. Sykes 7 years ago. And Blackwell is giving him a chance. Yeah, yes, thank you. Oh, thank you. Such a bond of trust is a rare and beautiful thing. In any case, it looks like everything has been resolved. I can now hand down a not guilty verdict with confidence. Very good. I'm very glad to hear it. It's all over, everything's been cleared up, and Miss Sykes will go free as well. But Mr. Wright, we can't let the trial end here. If we do, the Phantom, the man who killed Clay, will get away. I know, but... what do? I don't have any proof that Detective Fulbright is the Phantom. Is this it? Is he going to get away just like that? Get the second bad ending now? I didn't notice where the first bad ending was. I think I must have clicked the right thing at the time. Damn. I didn't know. Oh well. That's what happens when it's like my first playthrough and I have no idea and no one gives me a cue. Okay, I'll keep an eye out. I do want to see the bad ending. Oh, it just happens if you lose? Okay. I probably didn't get to that point then. No, if you'll excuse me, my next investigation awaits. Oh, hold on. Fulbright, you're no longer going to be a detective after this anyway, even if you aren't the Phantom. And with that, I'm off. Later. So I have an encounter where the bad endings had happened yet? No, I didn't think so. Because in this case I haven't hit a point where I would absolutely get a guilty verdict. It just, like, because in previous games it has seemed to telegraph when it would be a decision that would end with a bad ending, and I haven't noticed that yet. Okay, yeah, fair enough. So I didn't notice the first one. Oh, I guess it's just if I lose and I didn't lose. I'm just too good at the game. The defense. No, wait, not the defense. The defendant feels it's not time for a verdict yet and would like to see this trial continue. What? But I was just about to declare you innocent of all charges. It just doesn't feel right to be standing here. Hey, Apollo, think you could scooch over? Hey. Athena, what are you doing? Hope you don't get held in contempt of court. That is something they can do with the 3D models, is actually have one in the foreground and one in the background. That's neat. I have some questions for you, Detective Fulbright. Are you relieved that you're no longer under suspicion of being the Phantom? Are you grateful to Prosecutor Blackwell for what he's done for you? Of course I am, and I'm truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. Athena, where are you going with these questions? I have yet to hear a single emotion behind any of Detective Fulbright's words, boss. We've got him. The man without emotion. The Phantom. The suspicion against him has been cleared up, but he's not feeling happy at all. What does that mean? We may not have any evidence, but the heart doesn't lie. This is madness. Okay. We're overly reliant on these powers. What would happen if she didn't say that? That's it. With your special ability, we just might be able to stop him. Your Honor, the detective has been deeply traumatized by your accusations. Yes, well. Even before this, I thought he was a rather odd fellow. If he doesn't get counseling right away, who knows what might happen to him? Hehehe. Ho ho ho. Ha 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 ha. Prosecutor Blackwell, can you believe the nonsense the defense is spouting? Oh, he's getting it. Because he was a student of Metis, and he's gonna go, yeah, we need that analytical psychology on this guy. Fulbright, I think you better have that counseling. Not you, too. You've been making batty remarks ever since you were accused of being the Phantom. Oh, interesting, well, spoilers, obviously. So tune out if you don't want to see spoilers. Oh, nice to see you though. It's been a journey so far. Such as you're an undercover investigator and your family has been taken hostage. I still think like the first Phoenix Wright trilogy a little bit more so far than these, but also because it feels like there was more of an overarching story and plan for it. And that probably is where I go, the writing's that little bit better as far as the connectivity. But this is still really fun. Such as you're an undercover investigator and your family has been taken hostage. I fear you might have finally lost it. But I thought you believed me.
Silence.
Well, this seems like it's near the end of this case anyway, so we'll see. As long as you don't mind spoilers, like, it's clear that this is going to be spoilers, but yeah. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Oh, how you amuse me so. Well, what's going on here? That was an excellent bit of psychological manipulation just now, Simon. I knew you would catch on, Athena. Have a good one, hamster. Hopefully you'll get a bit of time to duck in again later. Huh? Mind filling me in here? Hee, guess we left you in the dust, huh, Mr. Wright? Simon was only pretending to believe Detective Fulbright, because he knew I'd notice if there was a lack of emotions, like joy or relief, in his response. That teamwork. So he gave me the chance to take a listen. And listen I did to the voice of Detective Fulbright's heart. What? You two were working together just now? Come now, Athena, show us what's inside Fulbright's heart. You got it, time to check the instant replay. Widget, mon ami, let's do this. Yeah, and obviously they changed from 2D to 3D models. Which some things with 3D novels is nice, but overall I do like the 2D sprites better. It's a personal preference. Thank you for believing in me, Prosecutor Blackquill. I'm an undercover investigator, but the Phantom was coercing me. He stole the moon rock and killed Dr. Sykes 7 years ago. Wait, no, wasn't it? Oh, it doesn't go back that far. Wasn't it he said he was just a pawn of evil, a pawn that stole the moon rock and killed Dr. Sykes 7 years ago? Bad translation, maybe? I'm a bad person for cooperating with such a man. But he took my family hostage. What else could I do? So, even with all his over-the-top expressions and gestures, he's registering no emotion at all. It's just like I thought. I'm right in line with the Phantom psych profile. Detective Fulbright, this lack of emotion proves you're the Phantom. What? Hey, what's going on? Oh, what? Wait, hold on. What do you think you're doing, Detective? Me, I'm not doing anything. He's trying to hack into the Moon Matrix program. I can't do anything with it like this. Well, this just proves he's the Phantom even more. I can't hack an Hawk. Fancy device you have there, but I'll tolerate no cheating. Thank you. Ha ha ha, sorry about that. As an undercover agent, I tend to use my secret arsenal without even thinking. Or like, as a spy. Thanks, Prosecutor Blackquill. There, now you can't hack me anymore. I dare you to try to hide your lack of emotions from us. Ha 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 ha. Lack of emotion? What are you talking about? Of course I have feelings. As a matter of fact, you've wounded me very deeply with that accusation. What's going on? All of a sudden I'm getting an overwhelming happy reading. Huh? But he's literally crying as a river over there. Oops, my mistake. How about this? Ah. Yikes, now he's angry all of a sudden. What's he trying to pull? Like as not, it would appear our friend is not completely without emotion. It's just as it says in Dr. Sykes' profile of the Phantom. The subject has a unique psychological makeup with almost no emotional fluctuation. Oh, I get it. So he has some emotions, right? Precisely, which leads me to wonder why you can't sense his emotions from him at all. I believe it's most likely because he is controlling his emotions. Very good, Prosecutor Blackquill. You are correct. It's the result of my daily training. A very important skill for us undercover investigators, you know. More like for us spies. Seriously. But I wonder why he suddenly showed several strong emotions. Wait a minute, I think I know. I sense there's a feeling you're trying to hide with your exaggerated emotions, Detective. Ha ha ha, a feeling I'm trying to hide? That's a good one. You're the ones who have been saying I'm the Phantom because I don't have any emotions. I was just trying to show you the range of deep emotions I truly possess. And you have no objections to me analysing you, right? No, analyse away. But I will state it again, I'm not the Phantom. And be forewarned that your analysis will have no effect. because you're about to see what an undercover agent can really do. No way. That's interesting. Oh, I'm so sad. See, I told you I have emotions. There's no sad emotion here. Oh, there it is. How dare you accuse me of someone who would kill over a moon rock? The sad is consistent. I do regret cooperating with the Phantom, of course. Alright, let's pinpoint that sad here. I found it. I found the one emotion you're truly feeling. What? Hidden in the middle of that chaotic storm, I saw one emotion that never disappeared. When you talked about the moon rock, you felt a fear that wouldn't fade. Fear? A fear that a man with hardly any emotion feels, huh? And it was a response to that moon rock. Detective Fulbright, I presume you feel fear concerning the moon rock because... you lost it. Let's try that. You lost the precious moon rock and went to so much trouble to get, didn't you? Because Metis made it into earrings. Maybe. And that frustration was turned into fear in your heart. Oh, it's so frustrating, I can't stand it. I'm not sure a man who could make a 20-foot leap would feel fear about that. Yeah, I guess you're right. Didn't the topic of what a spy might fear the most come up in our discussions earlier? Your identity will be revealed, would have to be it, yeah. Of course, that's it. I was trying a different one to see what the dialogue said. Enough, Fulbright. Just tell us the Phantom's true identity. I don't know, he was very careful to hide it. He has a top secret information for all kinds of corporations and countries. So there's a number of organizations that want him dead. If people believed I was the Phantom, I could be killed on the spot. Why, I bet even now. There are assassins lurking nearby, and this case is about the Phantom after all. Detective Fulbright, I think I know why you would feel afraid. You're afraid that the moon rock will somehow reveal your identity. If his identity were revealed, he would be killed immediately. That's certainly enough to make even the Phantom feel afraid. Me afraid? I don't know what you're talking about. So, there really is something about the moon rock that will... reveal his identity? Apparently so. Wait a minute, maybe the Phantom didn't so much steal the moon rock, but more like he had to take it with him? Because there was something on it that would reveal his true identity?
Hold it!
He's just up and out of it! Where do you think you're going? There's no roof. Wait, where did that attach to? The roof's been blown open. Me? I'm not going anywhere. Is it just me, or was he going to use that weird watch thing to try to get away? How many more of those toys does he have, and where can I get myself some? That's a real question. Where can we get that watch? That's like a Spy Kids watch right there. Detective Fulbright, you will answer honestly to this court right now. Why do you feel fear in connection with the moon rock? In justice, we trust, not emotions, Mr. Lawyer. Evidence is everything. I'm the Phantom because I'm afraid. Don't make me laugh. Ooh, wow, what was that just now? But all human beings have hearts and experience emotions. Sometimes analysing a case from the psychological perspective is the best way to find the truth. Eek! Bet that watch doesn't tell the time. It's all just a waste of time, or your efforts at analysis serve no purpose. And now, in this dark age of the law, nobody would believe your claim that it's effective. In an era when evidence is fabricated, do you truly expect feelings to be accepted as proof? I feel like they talk about this, but we haven't seen a lot of fabricated evidence throughout the game. I feel like they haven't set up the Dark Age of the Law stuff as good as they could have. And where exactly is your proof that I fear the moon rock anyway? Well, I admit I don't have any conventional proof, but I still say that examining a person's heart has its merits. Oh really? Then why don't you listen carefully with those special ears of yours? Listen to the voices of the hearts of the people in the gallery. All I hear is distrust. As you can see, the people are on my side, because all they see is a strange little girl using a weird little machine. But it's not like I use analytical psychology to falsely accuse people. Uh-oh, he's got Athena doubting herself. Miss Sykes' analytical psychology has breathed new life into the courtroom. It has freed the hearts of many witnesses and has been key in getting to the truth. Ha ha ha, what nonsense. Your Honour, the defence's claim is a false one. I don't feel any kind of fear when it comes to the moon rock. I see. But Athena's earring. Right there, Athena just needs to waggle the earring in front of him, and then we'll see. Very well, I will give the opinion of this court. In the trial, I don't feel that a person's emotions are quite as compelling as actual evidence is. But, Your Honour, this is very similar to how I would expect around DL6 incident in the original trilogy to be with spirit channeling. But it's this technology now. Ho ho ho. Ha 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 ha. I can't be too loud, I guess. There, you see, nobody believes you and your trumped up charges. However, I do believe Miss Sykes' analysis can contribute to making the truth clear. I have seen her do this firsthand several times already. Surely you jest. So does this mean you will accept my findings in this trial, Your Honour? Yes, I believe your claim, Miss Sykes. I think there is merit in examining why the witness feels fear in regard to the moon rock. That is the court's opinion on this matter. Then that's a win for me. No, a win for analytical psychology. Now, Mr. Phantom, you will tell this court the reason for your fear. Analytical psychology? My fears? Fine. I'll show you precisely why those abstract things can't be considered evidence. Ho ho ho. Ha 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 ha. Oh, he's going crazy here. My fear of the moon rock. I felt fear when I thought about the moon rock because it reminded me of the Phantom. Yes, I'm very afraid of him because he took my family hostage. What reason would the Phantom have to be afraid of the moon rock? None at all. So the very fact that I'm afraid of the moon rock means I'm not him. In fact, I'm on the side of justice. Yep, that's what he says. And there you have it. Now, do you see why I'm afraid of the moon rock? Sure, you sound convincing enough. But so does any 2B con artist. It's all meaningless in the absence of evidence. Nice. The phantom is like the mist, no flesh, no bones. My sword alone cannot cut it right, Donna. Or with your deductive reasoning and the body of evidence before us. Let us send this miserable phantom fellow to the other world together. You and I, Prosecutor Blackwell, we have a duty to bring the phantom down and restore the people's faith in the courts. Indeed, by covering for Athena, I allowed the phantom to escape. And as a prosecutor, I gave birth to the people's mistrust with my murder conviction. I bear part of the responsibility as well, for being suspected of forging evidence and losing my attorney's badge as a result. The two of us and the Phantom were there at the beginning of the dark age of the law. Then it is also our burden to cut away the foul spectre we created, is it not? Until all that remains is the righteousness of the court and the faith of the people. Trust, understanding, fragile ideals of the masses were controlled by emotion. Humans can't truly trust each other, which is exactly why the illusion of trust is so enticing.
Objection!
Once two people overcome their misgivings, that's where real trust is to be found. You're free to believe what you want, but trust like that is stronger than you and your lies, always. Alright.
Hold it!
It only reminded you of the Phantom? Don't make me laugh, you are the Phantom. Evidence is everything in a court of law. Or did you forget? I was forced to testify over a silly thing like feelings. Those tactics won't work from here on out, you need real evidence. I had to admit it, but he's right.
Hold it!
He has a family. That's the first we've heard of it. Your family? Like, who in your family specifically? Oh, I don't know. Like, maybe my lover, for example? Come on, bro. For example? Maybe? We need a more concrete answer than that. Maybe my mother, my son, or my daughter. Maybe it was all of them. I'm so sad and worried. I missed him so much. He's obviously lying. Look how upset I am. Is it any wonder I followed the Phantom's orders? Bro, you're in contempt of court. You're clearly lying.
Hold it!
You can't think of a single reason the Phantom might be afraid of the Rock? Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? I thought the Phantom wasn't even supposed to have any feelings. How can someone like me, with my wealth of emotions, be expected to understand the guy? The Phantom, a person with very few emotions, would only be afraid of something really big, like his cover getting blown big. I'm willing to bet that the moon rock has something to do with its identity, but what? Maybe the Phantom's fingerprints are on the rock? But fingerprints can be wiped off. Then maybe he wanted the rock so bad, he literally drooled on it and left his DNA. Oh my god. Athena. We're dealing with a spy here, Athena, not a slob. Oh, true. But maybe the DNA part isn't too far off. Huh? Something unexpected happened to him during the incident 7 years ago. He got stabbed! His blood on the rock! And he wears gloves! I just know I have something that can show why the Phantom is afraid of the moon rock. I'll just continue with my testimony while you're pondering then, if you don't mind.
Hold it!
And how afraid are you exactly? I'm so scared I start to shake even when I see the moon in the sky. Do you shake when you see Miss Sykes' earring? Well, to be honest, since the very first time I met Miss Sykes, I've felt more than a little frightened of her. I guess some people just inspire that much fear in others. Mr. Wright, you're thinking something mean-spirited and rude, weren't you? Haha, of course not. Must beef up my unringing defences. Now, do you understand? The very fact that I'm afraid of the moon rock proves that. In fact, I'm on the side of justice. Okay, let's press this and then we can figure out evidence. After all that you've done, how dare you speak the word justice? In justice we trust. I'll say it as much as I want and with absolute confidence. Whatever I say is just is just. That's how it works in this dark age of the law. Seriously. This needs to have been set up by previous cases a bit better, I think. And of course I think that's the difficulty with introducing new characters as well and having to get to know them and then sort of also trying to weave the Dark Age of the Law stuff in. That would be very complex to weave together and show properly. He won't get the best of me with that twisted argument of his. I'll find a way to get him right where I want him. Detective Fulbright, or rather the Phantom, feels fear in regard to the moon rock. Probably something to do with being afraid that his true identity will be revealed. Yep. Right, so that's why the Phantom had to take the moon rock with him 7 years ago. In that case, if we had something to show the real cause of Fulbright's fear, we just might be able to expose his true identity. Okay. So we could... the Hope capsule. It was at the crime scene. Let's try that.
Objection!
No, that's not right. Because we haven't verified that the moon rock's in it. That'd be it.
Objection!
So maybe it would be the Hope capsule. They're said to have the moon rock specimens in them. Do we have anything else before I jump into that? Maybe I'm trying to do it. I'm the wrong one. See, that's not right either. Means I'm not like... means I'm not him. Space Museum and the details that seem to be for another time. Fluctuating doesn't experience so like normal people do. Feel like this reason's good to have here. I'm not presenting the right evidence, am I? The reason I'm afraid of the moon rock means I'm not him.
Objection!
Oh no, not the hair. Don't be absurd. Okay. Now we're saying what reason. Okay, so... Oh, the utility knife used to stab Durr, of course. Detective Fulbright, I assume you know what this is. Duh, I was thinking... the other way. Oh, of course, that's the knife the Phantom used to kill Clay Terran. That's right, and the exact same type of knife Miss Sykes used 7 years ago when she stabbed the Phantom's hand. Yes, that was discussed earlier, as I recall. He dodged at first, so I only got his clothes. But I tried again. And this time you got him, didn't you? I did. I remember it clearly now. The knife went into the back of his hand. Miss Sykes then stated that she remembers the culprit bleeding. It's my theory that the culprit's blood got on the moon rock, and he was afraid that if the blood was analysed, his true identity would be revealed. That explains why the Phantom had to remove the moon rock from the crime scene. You mean, if you run the analysis now, we'd know who the Phantom is? Ha 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 ha. Yes, I suppose so. Unfortunately, the moon rock in question is missing. That may be so, but I'm certain I can explain what happened to it in great detail. You can? Of course not. You don't actually expect us to believe that, do you? Because you don't fool me. And everyone's attacking everyone in this court. Ah, what this court needs is a bully-free zone. Ah, the infamous sword of the beguiling bluff. Its edges without compare. Come now, radiate with me and show us just how finely it cuts. Your Honor, this is an outrage. Oh, I mean, this is an outrage? Gah! Go on, alright, General. Let's start with something that's been bothering me for a while. Now the culprit is supposedly removed the moon rock from the lab. But in this video of him, it's nowhere to be seen. Oh, you're right. But here's something to consider. What if the Phantom hid the moon rock somewhere at the scene of the crime? Good thinking, boss. Security was super tight at the Space Center back then. All that, in spite of the Space Center having very strict security in those days. All personnel effects were examined thoroughly, coming or going. Couldn't even smuggle a withered old leaf through one of those checkpoints. Now, does this mean that the moon rock is still somewhere in the Space Center? In the name of justice, I proclaim that's impossible. And why is that? The Space Center was searched from top to bottom, and especially the lab, but the moon rock was never found. Ah, how could I forget about that? A sad but true fact. We still haven't a grasp on how it was done. But the Phantom made the moon rock vanish into the ether. There's no way it just disappeared. Logic and evidence tells us otherwise. The Phantom didn't have the moon rock on him when he left the lab. How big was the moon rock? Because what if it's just in his pocket? Did we think about that? Yet, a thorough police search didn't turn up anything. And it never turned up in the 7 years after that either. The Phantom made the rock disappear without physically removing it himself. But how? There must have been a way. Think, Phoenix, think. The Hope Capsule. See, it's there. How did the moon rock vanish from the robotics lab? So, can you not show that what happened to the moon rock, Mr. Wright? Yes, I can, Your Honor. What? Oops, sorry, I mean... What? In that case, let's have your answer, Mr. Wright. How did the Phantom make the moon rock disappear from the crime scene? It has to be the Hope capsule.
Take that!
That's the Hope capsule, right? The one that went up with the Hat 1 rocket? He couldn't carry the rock out, but he couldn't leave it in the center to be found either. So there was only one safe place to stash it. The Hope capsule that was there in the lab that day. Yes. And the team must have lured it into the Hope space probe eventually. Why did... So, okay. I don't know why they already had a moon rock sample that they then also sent up into space again, instead of just keeping it here. Never mind that they would have checked the capsule to see what was in it. But if that's what happened, then the moon rock would have been launched up into space along with the rocket. Preposterous. That it would mean that for these past 7 years, the moon rock was... Exactly. The Phantom got rid of the moon rock in the most cosmic way he knew how. Yeah, Zachary, hello. So incompetent, the science team, right? They didn't even just go, well, let's check the probe and make sure it's the capsule and make sure it's empty before we send it up. Yeah, I think I saw the viewer count go up a little bit. I wondered who was lurking. That's cool. Welcome. It was out there in the depths of space, aboard the Hope space probe. What? Everyone together? Yeah. Order in the court. I understand now. The Phantom's original scheme was to sabotage the Hat 1 anyway. Yeah, the weight of the capsule, just checking it. Never mind the idea that they had samples that they were gonna... Like, even the Hat 2 project. Now they're gonna send up moon rock samples again. With the rocket. I'm like, why are you sending samples up into space that you brought back from space? Yeah, They rushed it to cover up the incident? Probably. But then still, that explains why they haven't had another rocket launch in 7 years, doesn't it? And as one of the leading space frontier organizations, they've only had one successful launch that we know of. Yeah, this is funny how they just sent it into space. And no one realised. That's the thing that gets me. It's sort of straining that suspense of disbelief that that could happen in some ways. Anyway, the villain. He used his primary objective to conveniently kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Well, that's right. He planned for the moon rock to be turned into cosmic dust out in space, thereby destroying the one piece of evidence that would reveal his true identity. But Mr. Starbuck and the others foiled the Phantom's plot. The Hope space probe sailed off safely on its mission and returned 7 years later, with the capsule in tow. Yeah, also just take off your gloves, man. Let me see if there's a scar on your hand. If we analyse the blood on the moon rock, it could make one thing crystal clear. That you were the Phantom all along, Detective Fulbright. Probably. The head cannon, yeah, I mean, that's a way to explain it, yeah. They rushed the tests. They're like, oh, it's all good to go, just put it on. Although I do still think that they would notice that even when they were launching the probe, that the calculations were off, like you're saying about weight is very, very important with space projects. And especially after an incident happening like that, you'd think you would be a little more conscientious to check the numbers as well. Yeah. And the capsule itself. The capsule was gonna be on there anyway, I think. The impression is. If I remember right. So, he killed Clay just so he could get the moon rock back? I believe so. His original assignment may have just been to sabotage the Hat 2, but yeah, it didn't weigh much. I would imagine that the capsule itself weighed a decent amount, because it was relatively big. Of course, they try to make it of lightweight materials, but it does look like metals that it's made out of. And it would have to be secure enough that whatever is inside wouldn't be damaged, or the capsule wouldn't be damaged and ruin whatever's inside. There's a lot of things there's like incompetent sciencing. And are the robots sentient, or is it just an advanced program? I interpret it as an advanced program. And there's the robot sentience topic. And that's not a topic they really delve into here as such. But yeah. They made you beefy in this one. They gave him them shoulders, didn't they? At the same time, he also had to retrieve the evidence of his crime 7 years ago. And that's why he went to the boarding lounge and attacked Clay as he made his escape out of the rocket with the capsule. But in the end, it was all he could do just to escape himself, so he didn't get the capsule. Clay must have done everything he could to stop Fulbright. He probably hung on to that capsule for all he was worth until his very last breath. Oh, this is so funny. You make me laugh. You really do. Boy, he's totally out of whack now. It's game over for you, Detective Fulbright. Why don't you just admit to it all now? There's nothing to admit. I'm Bobby Fulbright, undercover investigator, I tell you. I'm not the Phantom. The blood on the rock is just another one of his schemes. A trap. Just take off your glove, bro. Now I'm not sure what to think. I suppose if the Phantom is a spy worth his salt, the trap is not out of the question.
Objection!
But in that case, you could say anything is a trap. It's a trap! Well, that's what makes a trap a trap. I've been framed into taking the blame for the Phantom. Your Honor, I believe further investigation is in order.
Silence!
Further investigation? More like plotting your escape. But no more. I will bring you to justice myself if I must. Here and now. I guess it's time to show you just what I'm really capable of. Die, Simon Blackwell. Oh, hey, you guys aren't really... Oh, Edgeworth's back. Just when that's gonna happen, I'm like... If he kills Blackwell, he's gonna be imprisoned anyway. He's back, and he's got his glasses on again. It looks like I made it just in time. Edgeworth. I have good news for you, Mr. Wright. I've uncovered some very crucial facts. Did you find something out about the Phantom's true identity? You might say that. I started by looking into the first people on the scene 7 years ago. All three, an employee and 2 officers, were registered in the robot's recognition systems. But none of them looked the least bit like Detective Fulbright. That's not good. But there's more. I've yet to share my most important finding. Mr. Wright, Prosecutor Blackwell, you'd be best brace yourselves. Uh-oh. The man you see there before you, Bobby Fulbright, is already long dead. What? So has someone taken his identity? Or is he a robot? An android? Like, I've been theorizing that what if Athena's an advanced robot that was Metis's prime project so much that it's like so lifelike that she would say that it's her daughter. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? An unidentified body that was found a year ago has now been proven to possess Bobby Fulbright's fingerprints. Definitely a ghost. Probably more likely a ghost, or someone, I mean, in the context, probably the Phantom taking his identity. Then does this mean? Yes, that man there is an imposter pretending to be Bobby Fulbright. An imposter? This man. Who in the world is he? The whole time? Enough of your trickery. If you will not reveal yourself to us, then I shall do it for you. What the? No! His face! The heck? Oh, look what you did to my mask. But mask? What is the meaning of this witness? Wait, are we gonna get the reveal that this was Master Mask the whole time? Did I call it previously? Okay, you got me. I guess I have to show you who I really am now. Oh, big reveal time. Wait, but that's... what? What? What if that's just a mask under a mask? What? I was saying it'd be really cool if we defended someone that was actually guilty. But also, wait, what if this is just a mask under a mask? A masked mask, if you will. Hey, Apollo, yup, it's me, Solomon Starbuck. Mr. Starbuck, but that can't be right. You can't really be the Phantom, can you?
Silence.
Of course not. The real Starbuck was aboard the Hat 1, which was set to be destroyed. Oh. Yes, this is just another mask. Yes, knew it. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I mean, didn't I tell you? I'm an undercover investigator. I can change identities at will. I can be anyone I want.
Objection!
Not so fast. I have the Phantom psych profile right here. If you can pull a psych profile on you and compare the results, it will prove that you're the Phantom. Oh boy, here we go. Who's next? It's time for me to show you the real meaning of the phrase, the end justifies the means. Wait, he was Aristotle Means as well the whole time? Oh, that voice? He did the voice as well? Hold on. It's time for me to show you the real meaning of the phrase, the end justifies the means. That voice, those words. How did he hide that mask under the other mask? Yeah, the 3D models are actually doing... Yeah, this is part of where I think the 3D models are really shining here. The 2D models would not have had the same impact. I cannot accept such evidence here, Miss Sykes. But Professor Means! So his mask? I'll take what I want by any means necessary. Now, give me that evidence. That smile is creepy. Huh? Time to take out the trash. Permanently. Yeah, we make copies, by the way. Like any good prosecutor. How could you? Now, do you see how powerful the end justifies the means can be? I mean, he's already going to be going to jail for a long time for this.
Silence.
How pathetic, you can't even speak without wearing another man's face. Ah, but that's the life of an undercover agent for you. My real face has no meaning or value to me at all. Or perhaps it is really the case that you don't even know who you are anymore. What must you see when you look in a mirror, Mr. Phantom? Not an awful lot, I'd wager. This is a really cool twist. I'm really liking this part. Well, aren't you just a master of psychology, Blackwell? That's right, I don't know who I am. I'm always living as someone else for my assignments. I don't remember what my face looks like. Or even what my personality was like. My face are memories of personality, beliefs, emotions, and soul. I left them all behind. I have no self. I am no one. I am nothing but an endless abyss. What's with this guy? Is he even still human? And now we resume with your lesson, Professor Wright. Oh, huh? I believe you made this argument earlier. If you were to analyze the blood on the moon rock, you could prove that I am the Phantom. I believe there was blood on the moon rock in that capsule. Now that we know you aren't even Bobby Fulbright. Your claims of a phantom trap won't work anymore. Then why don't you ring this moon rock in? This decisive evidence from the Hope capsule? I think I will do just that. Get ready, because the Hope capsule is about to seal the order. Fudge! It was the courtroom bombing from the other day. The capsule was there in the courtroom as evidence and was blown to smithereens. It's all according to the Phantom's plan. He thought so far ahead. It looks like you have finally caught on. Full marks for the defense for effort. But what a shame your hope was lost in the courtroom explosion. So that's the real reason this courtroom was blown up. It was all for the Phantom to destroy that one piece of evidence. This is the courtroom. What if we just look for it? I can't believe it. Have we really reached a dead end after coming all this way? Has the only evidence we have on this guy really been destroyed? How dare you continue to call me the Phantom? As I've said all along, I'm just a nameless undercover agent.
Objection!
And the defense will continue to assert that you are the Phantom. Furthermore, we have proof. Or at least a prayer. I'm afraid that won't do, Mr. Wright. At least put some weight behind your swing, right, Donald? Hey, I know, I'm trying. There's only one thing that can unmask this menace, the moon rock, but that was blown to bits in the courtroom bombing. And yet, is it really gone without a trace? What if some tiny passing little fragment still exists? And also that's thinking, yes, and you can see the stolen moon rock there too. A strange black and yellow thing on the left side of the picture. That was a pretty big rock. Very well, Miss Wright, let's see your proof. What evidence will finally prove the Phantom's identity? Evidence will finally prove the Phantom's identity. Oh, but think about this for a minute. I mean, I feel like this is where we would use some earring. Because that is a remnant of the moon rock. And she was wearing it when she stabbed him, right? Possibly. Let's try it. Okay, take a look at this. Okay, it's not that. I don't have any problems with saves coming a bit for this, because it's fine. So then we're really looking in the picture. Where has pictures again of the rock? What evidence will finally prove the Phantom's identity? The Hope capsule? Okay, that's not it. Oh, is it in the museum pictures? Yes, it is. That's the one I was looking for. Take a look at this, that's not it. Okay, that's not it. My line of thought as I showed that, so obviously it wouldn't be it. The knife. Right, the knife that Athena used to stab him. No. I did try this, didn't I? I think. Yeah, I did try it. I'm forgetting what I've already done now, dang it. So what would prove the Phantom's identity? The base of the rock! Yes! I completely forgot that. Isn't that the bomb that blew up the courtroom and the moon rock along with it? Are you saying this will reveal the Phantom's identity? Yes, sure. Focus your attention on this photo taken after the bombing, specifically right here. The moon rock. Please take a look at this newspaper article. This article about the Hat One. Here we go, here we go. Now please note the strange black and yellow rock there on the left. That's the moon rock, and when we look at this photo of the bomb fragments, see how there is a rock-like object with the same coloration? Oh my, yes, I see it. It would seem that the moon rock was much more durable than the Phantom thought. If we take a look at all the fragments that the police found, we'll likely find one with blood. And DNA testing on that blood will prove that the witness is indeed the Phantom. Unbelievable. But that's impossible. A surprise to be sure. That's one bloody tough rock. Let us have the fragments tested straight away. Oh, and you'll be having a DNA test too. Fulbright. Very fine. Contact the police department immediately and order the testing. Prosecutor Blackwell, what do the test results show? There was a rock fragment that had blood on it that appeared to be several years old. DNA testing revealed. Well, I'm sure you know full well what it revealed. They confirmed it was a witness's blood, didn't they? There's no use in trying to talk your way to it anymore. Admit it, you are the Phantom.
Objection!
Objection? Huh? Mr. Wright, did you just raise an objection to yourself? What? No, I didn't say a word. Oh no. That was my objection, Apollo. That was my objection, Apollo. Huh? Yep, he's gonna pull off the right face. My goodness. Why? It was a pretty good objection too, don't you think? Now he's me? This guy can be anyone. Why doesn't he just be the judge and then pronounce that it's over? So, did you have an objection or not, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, no, not really, Your Honor. No, not you, Mr. Wright. I mean the witness, Mr. Wright. Could this trial get any more insane? Mr. Wright, this fragment of rock in the photograph, no, it's just like it. How can you be sure they're pieces of the same moon rock that was at the robotics lab? Care to explain what you mean? Well, there may have been a rock or two in the courtroom that had my blood on it. But how do you know they're not just rocks? You can't prove that they're the moon rock, right? Ah, he looks a bit worried.
Objection!
Don't be absurd. Just compare the fragment with the rock in the newspaper article, and I can see they're the same. They have the exact same coloration.
Objection!
And maybe some other rock with the same coloration happened to be in the courtroom. It's highly unlikely a rock with such a unique appearance just happened to be there. But you can't deny it's a possibility.
Objection!
He's using Wright's tactics against him. But your blood was found on one of the fragments. Apollo, there's nothing suspicious about my blood being on a piece of rock. And why not? I know it sounds like an excuse, but several years ago I tripped and fell in this very courtroom and was hurt pretty badly. Yeah, that's just as plausible an explanation, to be fair. Maybe that's how my blood found its way onto a piece of rubble. Yeah, just cut the witness down, Blackwell. Just stop this madness. At this point, that's all you can do. Even he must realise how ridiculous that sounds. And yet I suppose it's not completely out of the question. I see you're starting to sweat, Mr. Wright. I thought that the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Oh boy, he did his research. Oh, the last person I want to hear that from. Well then, oops. Dropped the lid off my water bottle. Well, then why don't we get those fragments analysed? We could ask an expert to verify if they were from the moon rock in the robotics lab or not. Or if it's a moon rock. Because the courtroom... Right, you could just verify it's a rock not found on Earth, because the courtroom wouldn't be made out of any material not found on Earth. Like, come on. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that just isn't going to be possible. And why not? In order to prove that the fragments are from what you say they are from, you'd need a sample of the moon rock from 7 years ago to compare it with. But that moon rock doesn't exist anymore, and there's no sample data left either. So you see, short of going back in time, there's no way to prove that any of the fragments are from that moon rock. Oh, no. Okay. Is there really no way to prove it? Haha, you're finally ready to throw in the towel.
Objection!
So the moon rock doesn't exist anymore, huh? Well, that's right. It was such a valuable rock too. A shame, really. But it's lost to us forever. He's wrong. It's not completely lost. There's another piece of it right here by our side. A shining fragment of hope that can turn everything around. Yeah, they just look at him like, objection, you serious? He totally cooked us. The final piece of evidence to put this phantom away for good. The defense has a piece of evidence that completely contradicts your claim. You have what now? A final fragment of hope that was passed down with great love and care. We do? We do, even if the person holding it hasn't realised it yet. Is this true, Mr. Wright? Finally we can use the earring! Pay no attention to him, Your Honour. He's just bluffing, as usual. I wonder if you'll be able to force your biggest smile when you see what I've got. Try me. The piece of evidence that shows the original moonrock isn't completely lost is this. Moonrock earring. But just about the only things my mother left me with a widget. And this earring. Maybe she did love me in her own way. I'm gonna get some more water, one sec. Athena, you may not know it, but your mother left you with a very important piece of evidence. She did? You're bluffing. You don't have anything of the kind. Oh, but we do. Evidence that will finally corner you. Because we have a moon rock of our own. Yeah. Oh! You mean... Exactly. A gift Dr. Sykes left her daughter. An item Athena has cherished and worn all these years. As distant as Dr. Sykes may have seen from her to her daughter, that fragment of her love. Will shake off the darkness of the past and give us all hope for the future. Yeah, she finally put two and two together. But also, with how well the Phantom does his research, how did you not know that was made out of moonrock? This is the defense's sample of the moonrock.
Take that!
That's your sample. This earring that Miss Sykes always wears was made from that original moonrock. What? Oh, this time it was right here all along? No, it can't be. If the composition of the bond fragments and the earring are found to be a match, then it will prove beyond the shadow of a doubt the origin of the fragment in this photo. And since the test results showed that the blood in the fragments was yours, this means that the identity you tried so hard to hide will finally be revealed. The identity I tried to hide? I don't have an identity to hide. I may not have Athena's ears, but now even I can hear the fear in your voice. For fear? I don't feel fear. I left all my emotions behind years ago.
Objection!
Every human being feels fear. You simply can't face the emotions inside you. You can't face them because you have nothing. No love, no trust. And I suppose you do? I didn't have anybody to support me at first either. I couldn't face the fear inside me, couldn't get over the trauma of my past. Like I said, I don't feel fear.
Objection!
Then you're just a coward for running away from yourself. When I had my doubts about Miss Sykes, I felt like I would collapse under the weight. But I wanted to trust her. And I knew I could trust Mr. Wright to uncover the truth. That's why I was able to face my suspicions without hesitation. Running away from myself? How can I run from myself? When there's nothing inside. Nothing at all.
Objection!
I know it's hard for someone as unwilling to trust others as you to understand, but people have emotions. It's just a fact of life, and so people can be weak at times. But that's exactly why people need to trust one another, so that they can gain the strength to face themselves when things are at their bleakest. Without trust in others, how can you ever hope to face your fears? Well, the fear inside of me is this. No. Ah! Ah! Damn, we're getting a full breakdown. That's so weird to see Phoenix's face like that. I'm afraid, I'm scared, I feel fear. Okay, apparently you do. You can't outrun yourself. Remove that mask and unleash your emotions. His face is melting here, it really looks like that. Confront your guilt, head on. I also seem to do something different with the eyes when it's in the model that's breaking down. With your own true face. Oh, we have gone past double point power with the ghost of Mia. We now have triple point power. No one could withstand that. My own true face. No, please don't. I know you're here. Where are you? See, I haven't revealed anything yet. Honest. And in before his Fury Tigre. Oh, my own true face. I don't have one. My face, my face, my face. I detonate. Oh, those are cool transitions. LaBelle? Is this my face? Is it? Is it? No, that's not it. No. How does he have so many masks? This isn't me either. Ah, is this me? Which one is my face? What am I? Who am I? Ah, wow. Everyone. He's been killed. Damn. Face revealed now. I had this Apollo thing to pointing. A sniper attack in this very courtroom. It chills me to my bones. And the police are doing everything they can to track down the sniper as we speak. Prosecutor Blackwell. Knows Detective Fulbright. I mean his imposter doing.
Buffoon!
Many buffoons. Hello, J-Land. How are ye going? I thought it was particularly interesting. This has been a roller coaster already. He's a lucky fellow. The bullet didn't hit any vital organs. Just like he wanted, ironically. Dang it, I wanted to see his face. He appears to be in no danger of dying. But that, oh man. I think it was everyone at the end. That was epic. Well, that was fortunate for all of us. The analysis of the final piece of evidence Wright Dono submitted is in. Sorry. Wright Dono submitted is in. What that a man like that could actually look like. And it is very much in line with the character, right? He lost his sense of self, and then we never get to see what he looks like. And it will end up being probably not relevant, because whoever he was, we're now going to have, like, the final case will have to be this, whoever killed him, right? And uncover more stuff. Yeah. Fulbright, as a little catch-up, Jayland, Detective Fulbright was an imposter. And the Phantom, as we would call him. And, yeah, he's basically scrubbed now because he was found out. He was sus, and then that's what's happening. The composition of Miss Sykes' earring and the fragment with the blood on it match. We can now be certain that it is a fragment of the moon rock in question. The murders and bombings of the Space Center, both past and present. The bombing of courtroom number 4, and all of his other crimes as numerous as the stars. Did shoot that bitch, indeed. Under suspicion of all these things, the spy known as the Phantom has been incarcerated. Oh, okay. I didn't realise that was a DLC case. So wait, we don't get the next part of this story until Sword of Justice. The Spirit of Justice, sorry. Which will be in the next game, but I'm probably not going to start that now. And I'm probably going to leave this at the end of this case anyway, because I need to get up in the morning and stuff. Generally, I would say that. But I'll see how much time is left when I actually finish this. The prosecutor's office is now responsible for his well-being. There are still a myriad of other things we wish him to tell us about, after all. Thank you, Prosecutor Blackwell. Well, it's time to finally bring this trial to an end. But before I do, will the defendant please return to her proper place? Yes, Your Honor. She still has her attorney's badge. I thought when she was arrested that would be held. But she still has it. Now then, this court finds the defendant Athena Sykes not guilty. Let's go. Someone else said about bad endings. I didn't see a choice that would lead to a bad ending other than losing all of the bars. And that would have to be very intentional to do that. Yay! Court is adjourned. But they're leaving this with a lot of mystery to lead into the next game, I guess. The 20th of December, 9:12 in the evening. Or even night, depending on how you look at that. Congratulations, Mr. Nick! Thank you, Pearls, and thank you for being there for Athena. It's the least I could do. Wait, what? You didn't appear in court and you could have spirit channeled someone to help? Like, come on. But Athena was great, wasn't she? She was so strong throughout the whole trial. Daddy, I'm so glad to see you. Oh, they have so similar voice. I can't do that many female voices, Dagnabbit. Trucy, are you alright? Are you hurt? I'm fine, Daddy. I was doing magic tricks for the other hostages to keep our spirits up. Really? That's our Trucy for you. I'm really glad to see you're safe. Right. I fear I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. Edgeworth. We never would have caught him if it weren't for all of you. Oh, come on, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? You're the ones that have been tracking the Phantom all this time. Plus, you were the ones who gave Blackwell permission to serve as prosecutor, right? Your internet went to... Oh, bummer. Damn, that internet gone bad. Why is it always when you're trying to do stuff that your internet mucks up, child? Yes, well, we knew the Phantom was somewhere nearby. The police and I were trying to find him, but we never did manage to do so until this trial. Well, we never would have won this trial without you. It was your help as chief prosecutor that was the key to a successful conclusion. Besides, it was you that saw to it I got my attorney's badge back, wasn't it? So you figured it out, did you? Oh, nice. Yeah, getting my license back went just a little too smoothly, you know. Yeah, especially when it's not your natural range. It should have been much harder after that evidence forging scandal. Well, I owed you a few favours. Hey Edgeworth, think we can finally bring the Dark Age of the Law to an end? Which I feel like still could have been shown better throughout the game, but hey, there we go. Even the darkest night turns to dawn eventually. Our sun will rise again. I didn't know Edgeworth was a poet. Hey, Lock-on. Besides, now the prosecutor Blackwell has been cleared of all charges. A great deal of the mistrust towards the court system should have been swept away. You missed all the good reveals. Lock-on, Dagnabbit, Noah. You know, you could have said that with a bigger smile, Edgeworth. It won't kill you. Instead, the furrows on that brow of yours just keep getting deeper and deeper. So I should smile more, huh? I'll think about it. Ah, the complicated love-hate relationship between lifelong rivals. Athena? Athena? Athena. I'm forever in your debt. You went to all that trouble, even taking the bar exam while you were overseas. Well, I knew that if I didn't get your sentence overturned fast, you'd be executed. So I studied and studied. I was frantic. So I'm so glad I made it in time. Just barely. But I still made it. That a girl, Athena. It's good to see you finally let your tears out. Hey, making me cry. Athena speedrunning law school. You know what's also funny though is Athena's what in the original thing, like 18, yeah. Franziska von Karma still speedrun law school quicker. That's cute. Yeah. Because Franziska started being a lawyer when she was 13, from memory. Yes, I survived by the skin of my teeth, thanks to you. Shame on you, Simon, for trying to throw your wife away like that. It's crazy. Well, we've seen law school here. Maybe one day we'll see, not European law school. Oh, they say European. Maybe we'll see over there at one point in a case. That'd be neat. It was never my intention to just throw my life away. But some things in this world are more important than your own life. Like what? My unbound duty to protect with my life. My mentor's most beloved treasure. Huh? That's some loyalty. This guy really is a samurai through and through. Well, looks like we can breathe easy now. Apollo, Athena, thank you both. It took all of us together to pull it off. You bet, boss. What a team we are. Oh. It was definitely the most amazing turnabout I've ever seen. I'm a lucky guy. My office has the best, most capable lawyers around. Thanks, Mr. Wright. I'm going to work extra hard to make up for all the worrying I caused. Apollo Justice is fine and ready to go. Let's hear it for the Wright Anything Agency. Well, nobody's going to try harder than me, so you better watch out, Apollo. Simon is free thanks to Mr. Wright. But there are so many more people out there who need our help. You're right, and I'll be needing you both to help them. We still have a long way to go. Get ready, you two. We won a major victory, but the war is far from over. There are still people out there suffering under false charges who need defending. We've got a lot of work ahead of us, if we ever hope to fully bring the dark age of the law to a close. Hey, I know one thing we have to do. We have to celebrate with a bowl of piping hot noodles. Huh? Nothing like a bowl of Eldoon's noodles after a trial, all on Mr. Wright's tab. That's how it works at the Wright Anything Agency, right, Mr. Wright? Huh? As a boss, it's your duty to express gratitude to your people for their great work. In that case, allow me to join in the festivities. I would greatly welcome a bowl of noodles. I have an idea, Daddy. Why don't you just invite everyone involved in the case? The more the merrier, right? Yeah, crazy is an understatement. Oh, Mr. Nick, look how far you've come. Probably still got a crush on him. I knew you grew up to be such a generous gentleman. Guys, yeah, that'll be my headcanon until not, because literally, he had mask upon mask upon mask. He could truly be called Master Mask. But they don't show his face. They just show he was basically everyone. He could have been anyone at any time. Fulbright has been dead for a year and it was an imposter. Oh, guys. Under these circumstances, there's only one thing I can say. Pay for your own food! Phoenix is broke. We don't know who the imposter is. That is something unique here. He was shot. The scene where he was shot had the mask off, but his face was in shadow. So we don't see his face. Only if I get to join in. Hey, no fair, I want to see it too. Okay, here we go. Objection button.
Objection!
Nice. As to credits, I was trying to think of something nice I could do for Polly now that he's back. So I decided to go around and get a bunch of jobs for him to do. Find a lost cat, install an air conditioner, give a computer lesson, find a lost item. You think I should have found him a few legal cases? No, that's okay. This is the Wright Anything Agency after all. Dagnabbit, Trucy. Yeah, you missed it. But we have... Athena and Apollo are so wonderful in court. I'd better study as much as I can if I want to be a judge someday. My grandma says eat lots of peppers and they'll ignite your passion. Oh, but I should figure out which to grow. Green peppers or yellow peppers? Or maybe I should go with hot as the sun red peppers instead. The plot twist. Yeah, I've got the DLC case here and the Spirit of Justice, but yeah. The end of the dark age of the law, you say? How naive. Don't you know it's sometimes necessary to get a guilty verdict by any means possible? What? They're putting me under investigation? The chief prosecutor wants to see me? Eee! Hang on, I'll say once I feel like all of these bits are finished, because I'll interrupt what I'm going to say. Even though it's a short version. Yeah. I've been asked to debut the great master wrestler Tenmataro. He's scheduled to go up against the amazing Ninetales next day. Oh, what to do, a fight to finish with myself? Why don't you ask Mr. Demon Lawyer to be the amazing Ninetales too? That's not a bad idea, but he'd be all for it. Caw. So, we are to meet as foes, are we? This is fun. Would you believe it? I'm Alderman of Ninetales Vale now. Pretty impressive, eh? Look out for the Rex QB for the good of my love of fish. What do you say? Would you like to make a little donation to help us out? Hey, you, what do you think you're doing in my house? Ah, the jig's up, better make a run for it. Wow. I thought I wanted to be an artist, but after seeing the amazing jobs he did, I started to become genuinely interested in the law. So now I'm studying for the bar exam. Ah, I'm gonna prosecute Athena someday, you'll see. I'm setting my buns off too, but not for the bar exam. I'm going to pass the Themis entrance exam on my own merit this time. With a score of 100 points, of course. Juniper, I dream will live on forever! Yes, okay. I found really sweet bars with is it because I wanted to be a legal journalist instead of a lawyer or a judge? But anyway, thanks to the trial, the school newspaper's future is as bright as can be. Now, let's see the fresh blood have to say on the new school paper. Our editor cried so much at graduation when all his cardboard box got soggy. I can't get into the voice I had for oh, Clavier's here. The fun night only got turned at the union concert I still remember as a night. As the president of the student council sang like no high school student I've ever heard. When she's a judge in a court someday, I'd love to have a jam session with her. It'll be the coolest trial ever, yeah, I can already hear it now. I wish you could pause enough to do the voices properly on those, it didn't just go through anyway. I gave this place a good clean from top to bottom, but it's already a mess again. Guess the only thing I can do now is clean up the attitudes of the people in this office. With missing my due to come here once the training is over, it simply must be done! Oh god, Spirit of Justice is definitely gonna have mine. Let's go. Is that all of it? No, we got another appearance. Ha ha ha! Humanity's dreams for outer space will never die. In fact, planning for the Hat 3 rocket has officially begun. Look upon me, people of this great nation, and witness the glory of Yuri Cosmos. What do you... Oh, director. Yes. Rocket preparations are fully complete. Yes. You just leave everything to me. Assistant Director Yuri Cosmos. Wait, so who's the director now? Yeah, that was really good. The Black Cyclops actually being foreshadowed was really good. I'm going to the moon with a new rocket. If Athena or Mommy Matters have come to the moon, I would love to show them around. But which is more interesting? Montes Pyranus or Mare Tranquillatus? You think that would be like either one? Yay, hooray! I wonder how Miss Aura is doing. I'd rather be near Miss Aura than on the moon. Oh, Miss Aura, I just want you to use me again like you used to. Right, yeah, Aura would be in prison now. Ready for launch? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off! I'm going to the moon for the real this time. Thanks to my lawyers, I should never give up. But I'm worried, you can't breathe in space. And in fact, it's cold as heck. Oh man, now I'm getting really nervous. Yeah, the reference everywhere. He got caught because he didn't have emotions. No, I'm not impolite. Something came to request the services of another, but no one's around and I've been kept waiting for a long time. And what sort of case brings you here? Oh, your father was accused and you wish for Athena to defend him? Then perhaps he and I shall meet in the courtroom in the near future. This is Japanifornia here. I look forward to your next month's salary assessment. Eek, please forgive me! This plane's getting wrecked. Blackwell's acquittal has brought all manner of ills to the prosecutor's office to light, and it seems solving their case has thawed the chill of winter into the warmth of spring. Now I will write yet another debt of gratitude, but I will repay him one day. You can trust in that. Oh, no, he had a total meltdown with Phoenix's face on. Now this looks like it's gonna not have that. Sam Riegel must have done one of the objections or something. Interesting. Yeah, he did that. He didn't go Super Saiyan. But the thing was that he didn't get a chance to go Super Saiyan because it was sort of about to. Yeah. No, he ended up with no emotions, but his only emotion was fear because he was the fear from his identity being revealed, but it was fear because he no longer had an identity type thing. Because there was no longer him. And then he was about to reveal his real face, and then he was shot in the middle of it. So basically, Bobby Fulbright throughout the whole game was not Bobby Fulbright, it was the imposter as well. That was the Phantom. Which is crazy. What's Fuku Fuku LLC? And apparently it missed vital organs, so he's fine. But even then, we still don't see his face. It's kind of like... Oh, see, this was in the destroyed classroom from the bombs, so snipers could shoot from the open rooftop. He was clearly having fun. Yeah, come on. He's like, oh no, Bobby would actually do this. That's in character. Yeah, I still think Master Mask could very much have become this spy. Because maybe after Phoenix revealed about Master Mask being Shelly the killer, stuff, that became more international knowledge and he couldn't actually do anything anywhere, and then as one of the governments hired him. Who? We don't know yet. They've left it a mystery to go into the spirit of justice. Who killed him and who's working for? Because of course as a spy he was receiving orders from somewhere. Yeah, so far this has been a bit of a mixed bag for me. I've really loved some of the moments, like especially the end here. It was really fun. Hey! Thanks for following and becoming a patron of Callum's Cantina. I've been slowly playing through the Ace Attorney games with a little bit of a break in between the original trilogy remaster and then this one. Yeah. Oh, anime cutscene.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10. 9,
No.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
Hey, anime version of Edgeworth there, nice. Yeah, Aura looks a bit different when you actually see that version of her. Of course, she was wearing the visor the whole time in the game too. Yeah, for sure. He finally got his justice, found out about the Phantom, and it's uncovering more, which I guess...
You'll be fine. Just believe in yourself.
The moon's closer than you think.
Oh yeah, Sam Riegel voices Phoenix, I think.
Thanks, guys. I wouldn't have made it back into space if it wasn't for you.
NBC face, yeah, he's the everyman.
All right.
Yes, that would be hilarious. Yeah, that was a cool shot. Through the years, I've seen as much joy as heartache, honesty as deceit. But just as Mr. Starbuck was able to escape the harsh pull of his fears and despair, I believe that hope and friendship can lift us all up towards a brighter tomorrow. I wonder why it doesn't give an option for the... That's a cool visual. I don't know why it doesn't give an option to play the DLC case in the chronological spot where you can play it. Continue the next game, Spirit of Justice? No. We need to go to, yeah, special episode down here. We'll do that first. And then we'll go on to Spirit of Justice. Someone's dressed up as a pirate? Yeah, Manfred still seems to have the most impact with the final case. Is that crazy twists and turns? But this doesn't, that didn't feel like a final case. Because there's still something, there's a loose end there. Yes, the killer was almost killed. And it was found out, the Phantom was found out and all that. But we don't have an overall resolution to the story, unlike a lot of the final cases. I guess that'll be Spirit of Justice, right? They're clearly having a big plot thread there that's leading into Spirit of Justice. It's all like, Interesting. Right, there's a, fourth... I just noticed there's a fourth thing here. So I've got Spirit of Justice, which I don't know the visuals, but obviously they seem to be connecting more into the Kurai and spirit channeling and stuff. Oh, that's a museum where we can see stuff. Okay. Art library and stuff. Maya thumbnail, yeah. Literally, Pearly said that Maya's due to come after her training's complete. So we're gonna have fully trained Maya in Spirit of Justice. Episode 3's got Maya on it. Let's go. Yeah, I think that's why they did it. It'd be kind of nice if they gave you the option of like, oh, the special episode takes place here, do you want the option to play it now? But, yeah. It's actually post-story, yeah. Okay, so I haven't messed with the costumes at all. I do like seeing the... Especially experiencing the game for the first time, seeing the defaults are good. Makes it much creepier. Oh yeah, that would lead into some interesting things. Replaying the game, knowing that Bobby's not Bobby, you probably see so many things foreshadowed. Be crazy. Alright. I might do the teaser bit for this episode, but I might finish playing the game here. Oh, you can just choose when to go in. We want to go in investigation day 1 though is to start. How to save an orca? Probably spoilers with the things. Anyway. Also, the Dual Destinies name is like, okay, I guess it's the Dual Destinies of Athena and Apollo a bit. There are some threads from Apollo Justice that I really wish to see a bit more. Like, I wanted to see Thalassa and Apollo and Trucy like actually meet and know that they're family and stuff, but they seem to drop that. The whole jury system seems weird that it was dropped in the next game, but I do know there was a writing team change, and so they've gone a bit different direction with it. 3D models are really good for some things, especially that end part, but the details on the 2D models I do like better. Yeah, I need to go to the toilet and I'll be back once again. I'm just trying to think. I've mentioned some things throughout as well when I'm playing it. I'll see why. Yeah, probably. They clearly wrote Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice to go together because of the way that ended. I think the main part that I don't really feel is quite as good in Dual Destinies, I was trying to think, is mostly this Dark Age of the Law stuff is so much tell, not show. It seems like they introduce a new character, Athena. And then it's tricky to also bring in the complex issue of that. But it's like, it's something that I think falls flat for me. It's like they try to say about Dark Age of the Law being this big thing, whatever, but it's not really hitting for me. So then they're naming him. Yeah, they could have referenced it to Manfred, they could have referenced it to... Like, they do reference it to Phoenix being disbarred and all that, and losing his attorney's badge. But then also we don't... Like, the cases that we see are setting up Athena being a win and whatever, but we don't really see prosecutors getting away with forged evidence, that sort of thing. Yeah, the fake evidence just to win. They could have looped it back into that a lot more. We could have seen more prosecutors. Like, Black Quill could be brought in later, or we see Black Quill in the first case because that's the start of when it starts to improve, sort of thing, with that trial with the bombing. But then we don't see a prosecutor actually really forging evidence or anything and getting away with it. We don't, like, it would be very different to play a case that you're meant to lose, story-wise. I think that would have really set it up. As a result of that, but then also he has his own honour and he doesn't forge evidence. He just prosecutes the best way he knows how. Which I did think worked out really well in the end too, because of being the student of psychology. Him pairing up with Athena and stuff paid off well. That's the thing too, Christoph, good thing you mentioned him. They had the whole thing where you stab his hand, that Athena stabbed the Phantom's hand. We don't see the imposter or the Phantom ever remove his gloves to see a scar on the hand. So the only one as well that we've seen before with a scar on his hand was Christoph Gavin. So either he was also Christoph Gavin, he was pretending to be Christoph Gavin perhaps, and creating the Dark Age of the Law. That would be a crazy, like, retcon type thing. Is Christoph Gavin is actually not the real Christoph Gavin, he's the Phantom the whole time. That would be crazy.